Still the dogs bark. It's summertime and it's hot as hell. Been cutting hedges today. Tomorrow I'll be cutting some more. Down that side, down this side, and also over yonder, all the neighbours' hedges. They've got a lot more than me because they don't have buildings at the end and their property is differently situated. So it starts right up here and it's full hedges all the way down to the bottom. But anyway, the reason I thought I'd quickly just preempt this is I'll get back to the little Skoda as soon as possible. I've decided to actually end up doing the wheel arches first on the outside. They are partially done, and the sills, which were not done. Obviously the body shop had an agreement or a job to do, which they've done in part. I don't really know what the quality is like for a body shop, but I can tell you that when I look at that and I compare it to the C10, which I'm doing a full bare metal restoration on, also on this channel, you will find a massive difference between the type and style of welding. A lot of that's really rough cowboy stuff, and you know they were going to smear a load of either filler or seam sealer over the top of that and send it out. Unfortunately, that's the nature of the game, and some people care, some people really just don't care, and it depends on what kind of commercial vehicle work you do. If you're working on big trucks, no one gives a toss, because by next week it'll have a dent again from either a digger running into it or hitting a tree or a bridge overhang or whatever. But we'll get on with it. There's a bunch of small jobs to do. Obviously the cleaning has been done. There's a few bits that I need to try and buy. I've had contact with someone who might have a set of inner sills to sell, but you guys will know about it as soon as I know about it. I'm a little bit cautious because actually when I look at the one photograph that he sent me, there's somebody else's name superimposed on it as well. So is it a scammer? Is it somebody that's just genuine and has offered it to somebody else before who either declined or something to that effect? I don't know. We'll see. But at the end of the day, right now, today, I've got chicken and mushrooms waiting. I've cooked. Well, the air fryer is cooked, Pedro's air fryer, and that's pretty good as well. So yeah, we'll see you guys later. I think I'll probably come sit outside with a beer again. I'm drinking more beer now than I ever do. So I'm probably having about, I don't know, I guess a beer every alternate day, which is nice, especially on a day like today. I've had a 2 liters worth of water, but I think after dinner I might just sit and have a beer and relax a little bit. Listen to the garden, the noises. As you can see, the little red robin is working his ass off today. I saw him earlier on down there. And I'm also hoping, if I get lucky, look at the blue skies. This is England. I'm also hoping that someone has an interest in that little 50cc chopper that's parked down the bottom there. The other thing I need to do is that log, where are we? That log over there, that Kevin Kelly gave me 6 months or a year ago. I need to readdress that to grind out the top of it and make bigger indentations into which to drive. Obviously the shaping of bits of curved metal. You can use a metal bender and you can use a hammer, and I've previously made some really nice shaped metal just using my hammer literally on the lawn with a ball peen hammer and shaping stuff. But right now I think I need to sort that thing out, get it going. And for now, speak to you guys later. It's dinner time. I think dinner's a good idea. We have a roadkill kitty, just the tail still works. Come back after 4 days away out on the rampage. He's got massive lumps of fur like a Rastafarian. I've tried cutting them, he's bitten me, that the blood was dribbling down my arm. So he must just suffer in silence, little shit. Anyway, edges are cut. 2 days worth of work, cutting the neighbours' hedges and then my own. So it's all done today. my first day, going to go back to the little van, see if I can get it back up, reversed up onto the ramps, and see how good or bad it looks underneath, because I've not really looked at that. And then once that's done, probably start working on some of the stuff that's due. Basically, the sun and the glare is getting to my eyeballs. See what needs doing, because the sills are only welded up in part. There's probably going to be more welding to be done underneath, let alone those tubs and arches. I'm still waiting to hear back from a guy that was going to sell me some stuff, but I don't know. Scammer, real guy, I don't know. But it's funny, somebody goes quiet, and then also there's a picture that he sent me which has a ghosted image in it, which I sort of wonder is it a picture that he picked off somebody else's thing. But bottom line is, it's warm today, it's going to be hot as hell again, it's summertime, and I need to get going, I guess, while Roadkill Kitty over here does nothing, waits for his next meal, and then he'll probably disappear for another 3 or 4 days. Anyway, we're off, go and do some work. Going down to the garage. The neighbour's busy with the construction. He's got one of his mates doing the timber woodwork today. But I've moved these Land Rover wheels out the way. There's some spoked wheels that need to be sold and moved on. And we'll get the caddy onto these ramps. Just reverse it up and do a further inspection on these wheel arches. Like I say, the welding here sucks big time. But I guess if you're going to use a shitload of filler, then it's good enough. But it's not for me, so I'm going to end up having to redo a lot of this. Going down this way, there's definitely more work to be done. So I've just realized the ramps are no good to me. I'm going to have to lift this up, put it on a couple of axle stands. I've got enough of those. Put it on some axle stands, and then take the wheels off, so I've got full access there, and then get on with it and start cutting, grinding, welding. Hopefully the weather holds out. I think it's going to be warm and dry with scattered showers. Showers can come, it's the wind that's the problem, because it blows the welding gas away. So yeah, stop, start, go. Right, let's see if we can get this thing started, get it out of under the carport somewhat, then position it a little bit further away from the door, just a bit, in such a way that I can get in and out the garage around the sides of it, get it up onto some axle stands, and then start investigating. Wish me luck. Morning! Just about to try and see if I can start this bloody thing. But typically the battery doesn't connect, so I now have to do a bit of magic. The pieces, yes.
Yeah.
I'll get to it.
And the caravan.
And the caravan, yes. Yeah.
How big it is in there, Paddy? His garage is huge. He's got like a caravan in there. Honestly, he's got like, what is it, a racing car?
No, it's this 1966 Chevy C10 pickup truck in 1,000 pieces.
Oh, taking it apart?
It's the one I've been working on since last year.
Oh, right.
I should be working on it and not on this, but I'm distracted. Battery might be dead, but nothing like a jump start. get it going. First turn of the key. So I'm pretty chuffed. Biggest thing is these jumper leads are really awkward to get onto that battery terminal. So I might change things slightly. Take another quick look. So, you can see it looks reasonably good, except, as I say, the quality of the welding is a bit rough. But I guess I have a grinder or two or three. I don't know what material they used. But it's double skinned, so that's probably a good thing. And when you look down there, you see it's a bit patchy. Once I take the wheels off, you get a better idea of just how good or bad it is. Down here, you see some of the sill is missing, so that needs replacing. And then further forward, down there's more rust. But I should be able to deal with that. Open it up, see what's wrong, put some new metal in, and carry on, and then reseal everything inside of that wheel arch. And then obviously on the other side, a similar thing. I don't have a rear bumper, but I've got some ideas. And in this one, you can see, currently incomplete. I think all this surface rust is from when I pressure cleaned in here. Down there, rough and incomplete. That goes around at least. Shape's good. And then it looks like this sill has some peeling, but it seems to be intact. I will obviously look further and figure out. The other thing I'm doing is removing all of these side strips and rubbing strips. But yeah, that's where we're at with this little van. Back half certainly needs a lot of work. We'll start on it now. Those little jobs. There's another one, more money. Rubbers are knackered. Obviously the underside, there's a certain amount of scaled rust. There's a hole rusted through that side of the silencer. And there's a hole further down as well, I think. Just after the catalytic converter. I'm hoping that there's a supplier of either a straight pipe through. Can miss out on that one altogether if it's possible. Or maybe I can buy a used system, I don't know, we'll see. As you can see, exhaust is rusted through on that bend. So it's right on the bend. I suspect the sensible move will be just to replace the whole system. Don't know how much it'll cost, but eBay will hopefully come to the rescue. We'll see. And I'm sure there's advice everywhere. Looking at these soles. Similarly, you can see there's still metal missing here, so I'll have to weld something here. The inner sill is done. Looking at the rest of this, it's flaked, but I'll get in there with a screwdriver and do proper inspection, digging and hammering, see what we've got. Work cut out, I think is what it's called. We'll just be cutting out some work. Right, we got this thing up in the air. Got it on the ramps at the front. Got some axle stands at the back. They're a bit close to my liking, but it's the only place I can get them in feeling really safe. And it allows me some room to work underneath. The front end will need some more work as well, but I'll get to that. Similar with the sills. Then obviously I had a board on top that hit the roof, so I had to take that down. I've also put another axle stand under the tow bar, just in case, who knows. And similarly on this side. Doesn't look that high, because it isn't that high, but it's as high as it's going to get for me to work and get on with this. I've put some wooden chocks in the front of the wheels as well, just trying to do as much as possible to be safe. These guys I'm going to take off today if I feel like it, because they all need to come off and get cleaned up. And then I might start today, take the wheels off and do a proper inspection of just what I've let myself in for. The interior, obviously, towers, strut towers, still need investigating, but they need a shed load of work. Neighbours' construction is getting on pretty good. Right, next step. Using the big, this is one of the best investments I ever made. The big Ugga gun, rattle gun, impact driver. Take the wheels off so we can see what we're going to be doing when we start working. Them back where you found them. That way you don't look for them next time you look for them. Take a look, a little bit of a better look at what's going on there. Just a quick look at what's really going on in the wheel arches. Shitty weather, shitty work I should say. That. I'll have to open that up. You can see where somebody welded for the previous MOT. You've had plates welded in already. So this thing has gone through 2 sets of welding before. It's my job to get this sorted out, take it apart, and restart with some of this very, very, very shoddy work. Kind of disappointing that you pay people to do these jobs, and this is what they deliver. But we'll survive, and we'll do the shit. Fix it. Fix it right. Similarly over here, this is what we've got. Obviously, you look down there, where are we? Fingers. Down there. All of that still has to be brought together, welded up. This way, same thing. Untidy, scruffy as hell. But I'll take it apart, probably end up removing all that, and remake those arches. It's quicker to remake them to try and fix them. Similarly here, you can see. Untidy, untidy, untidy. Just shitty. Look at that. Everywhere. It's just bad workmanship. It's literally giving a monkey a welder and saying go. But, like I say, it'll get fixed. This, I'll get the wire brush onto that. Clean that up. Get some rust converter on it. Hopefully that's enough. And then we'll get done.